Hi computer scientists, Mr. Stafford here, and today I wanted to share with you Unit 6, Lesson 8, Comparing Strings. The first level has us predict what we think this program will do. So read the program, make your prediction, and then run the code. So when we run this code, I see that I've got 4 different strings here: LA City, TX City, MI City, and PA City. And so I'm seeing Livingston, Holiday Lakes, Ubli, and East York. And so what we're doing is we are printing out PA City dot compare to MI City. So here's PA City. We are looking at East York and we are comparing it to MI City, which is Ubli. And what it printed out was a negative number. And it's negative 16. What's important for us to know is that it is a negative number. And we'll explain that in just a second. But when we look at LA City, which is Livingston, compare that to TX City, which is Holiday Lakes, we get a positive number. Okay, so how this works is that we are looking at ASCII values. Okay, we don't need to, for our purposes, memorize the ASCII table at all, but do understand a little bit about how it works. So what I wanted to show you is this. If we look at our character, okay, A starts at 65, B is 66, and C is 67. When we go back and we look at the code that we had, PA City started with an E, and MI City started with a U. So we're looking at E and U. So capital E is 69. So what I want to do is 69 minus, and then MI City is Ubli, so it starts with a U or Ubli. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I don't know what that city is. U is 85. So 69 minus 85 is negative 16. So that's how we get this number. It is a subtraction problem. And so what we're seeing is 69 minus 85. Those words are not in alphabetical order. Okay, so excuse me, they are in alphabetical order. So E comes before U. E comes before U. So if we think about it, E has a smaller ASCII value than U does. And so if we have a small value minus a larger value, we're going to get a negative number. Okay, so if we look at LA City and TX City, LA City starts with an L and TX City starts with an H. So if you're doing alphabetically, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, okay, you are taking a larger number minus a smaller number. Okay, so that is not alphabetical, so large minus small, and we get a positive value. So that's how the compare to method works. Okay, and test that. Google the ASCII value and find LA City. So find capital L and find the decimal value and subtract capital H, its decimal value, and you should see that it comes to be positive 4. Okay, so we'll hit finish, and it says this program is supposed to put the list of words in alphabetical order, but it has an error. So I want to run this. It says find and fix the error so it produces the desired output. So what I'm looking at is all of these words are not in alphabetical order. Okay, so here's the planets, and the unsorted planets are printed first, and it starts, where do we want to go? So it says unsorted, and then here's this, and then the sorted planets. Oh, it keeps doing that on me. It looks to me like it's backwards, so it goes V, T, R, P, O, K, G, C, B, A. Okay, so here's my word sorter. So let's look at the reorder list. Okay, to do. fix the method to put the order in, to put the list in the correct order. So I see that we are looping through word list, and it says string current equals word list.getI and string next equals word list.getJ. So current list.compare to next, and it's saying that it is less than 0. So let's see what happens when we go greater than 0. And I'm going to clear that and run this. And I see that now we have A, B, C, G, K, O, P, R, T, V for the sorted planets. Very good. So if our current dot compared to next is greater than 0, what we want to do is do string temp equals current, word list dot set I to next, and word list dot set J to current. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click finish. And it says the user sorter class obtains user input to create an array list of items entered. Okay, so I'm going over to user sorter. Okay, obtains a user input to create an array list. So our array list is word list. The read input method obtains input until the user enters a queue. Okay, so read input, add an item to your list, or queue to quit. So while the input is not equal to, because that exclamation mark means not equal to, queue, which means quit, each item is added to the correct location in the array list to maintain alphabetical order, okay, using the find position method. So I see that we're using the find position method here. And then in the user sorter.java, write the find position. Okay, so we're supposed to write the find position. So to find and return the index location to insert the parameter word entered by the user. Okay, so here's what we've got to do. Number one, it says to declare and initialize a variable to store the location starting at the end of word list. So int, I'm going to say location is going to be equal to word list dot size. Okay, so that's the location. Okay. Number two, it asked me to traverse the word list from the end to the beginning. So for, we got to go from the end to the beginning. So int I is going to be equal to word list dot size. I want to go -1 because I'm trying to access actual indexes, elements at indexes. And then I is going to be greater than or equal to 0 because I say greater than or equal to 0 because 0 is an actual index that an element can be at. And I'm going from the end to the beginning, so I need to go I minus minus. Okay, part A says check if the parameter word comes before the current word in the list. So if it comes before the current word, I would have I'm thinking of the decimal value. And so the decimal value of a word that comes before another word is small minus big, so it would be negative. So here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to check if the parameter word, so if word dot compare to word list dot get I is less than 0. So it would be a negative number, okay? And if it is a negative number, if so, update the location variable to the current index location. So I'm going to say location is going to be equal to I. All right. And then return that location. All right, so I'm going to return I. Okay. Can I run this? Let's see what happens. Oh, I put a comma instead of a semicolon. Okay, clear that. See if I have any more errors. And I do. Return I. I don't want to return I want to return location. All right, let's see what else we've got. Okay, incompatible types cannot be converted to Java array list, read input, user sorter, line 11. So, what am I seeing here? Oh, that shouldn't be read input. That word list should be a array list equals a new array list, and that should be a string. Okay, open and close parentheses. All right, gonna clear the. Let's run this. And it says that our program is complete. So also what I need to do is in my console, so it says list of things and then system.out.print new list, I need to read the input. So I had this read input method that isn't being called yet, so I'm going to do that before I print out that list. So I need to say new list dot read input. Okay, and I'm going to clear this and run it. Okay, add item to your list or queue to quit. Okay, so I'm going to go DCA. Okay, and I'm seeing that it says ACD, and let's go with a B and a queue to quit. So my list is A, B, C, D. Okay, very good. I can click finish here, and then we'll do the do your matching. And then on the last level, level 5, it says, using the items in your project planning board, continue to develop your neighborhood Lit Fest project. Each time you complete a goal, commit your code and move the task to the next column. There should only be one item in the in progress column at a time, meaning that each item should be entirely completed before moving on to the next item. So what this does is it just gives you an opportunity to take a look at your Lit Fest project for this unit. So take some time, look at your project planning board, and see what tasks you now have the ability to do, knowing how to compare strings. And that's it for Unit 6, Lesson 8, Comparing Strings.